Hello my dear students, we are discussing the chapter indefinite integration and we have already seen the derivations or some standard formulas in the earlier module. Now let us see how to apply these formulas. First, let us understand what is integration based on perfect square method like. So let us see what is the general form of this integral. The integrals in this type will be of the form integral 1 upon ax square plus bx plus c dx or 1 upon root of ax square plus bx plus c dx. Now my dear students, this is also called as integrals where you have 1 upon quadratic or 1 upon root quadratic. And how do we simplify these integrals, or what are the steps? The very first step is making the coefficient of x square as unity. So our objective will be to make coefficient of x square is 1. Now, it is not a compulsory step in every sum. It can be discretionary. So here I am mentioning that. Now, the second step is to express the denominator, the quadratic in the denominator, in a particular format using the formula which you have seen already in the 10th standard. The last term to convert to a perfect square is given by the formula last term the whole square is equal to half into coefficient of x the whole square. This value will be used to convert the quadratic in the denominator into a perfect square. And obviously after we do this, what we have to do is just apply a suitable standard formula. The integral will be reduced to one of the standard forms, apply the formula, and that concludes the sum. Now what we have written here, let us understand via an example. So here the first example says integral 1 upon 5x square plus 7 dx. So solution, let us see what are the steps. Let us copy the question. Now my dear students, here very clearly the integral does not require any simplification, any modification. It is directly in the form of x square plus a square. Let us just write that for our understanding. So can we say here we can write 1 upon, now instead of 5x square, can I write it as root of 5x the whole square? And likewise 7 can be written as root 7 the whole square. Dx is always there. Now my dear students, my job is to understand which standard formula is applicable. So here you understand that because there is a plus, and plus means tan. Please remember students, whenever there you have a quadratic where is a plus is in between, answer will always be in tan inverse. So here the formula for us 1 upon x square plus a square. The formula says 1 by a tan inverse of x by a. So 1 by a. If I compare in this case, a is root 7. So we will get 1 upon root 7 tan inverse root of 5x by root of 7. Now my dear students, don't forget there is a catch here which we have already seen in the earlier modules. The coefficient of x is not 1. So do not forget a 1 by root 5 further, and obviously then a plus c. Now my dear students, you can understand 1 upon root 7 and 1 upon root 5 both can be multiplied. We can write it as a single root. So let us write the final answer, which is 1 upon root over 35 tan inverse of root of 5 by 7x plus c. And this is a solution. Very simple sum. You may be very fortunate if they ask you like this in the exam. Let's take one more. Now here we have certain sums which are of the same manner. Formula may be different. Let's take one more example. Integral 1 upon x square plus 8x plus 20 dx. So here you have a proper quadratic expression in the denominator. For the solution, let us copy the question. Now my dear students, the first step we can write integral 1 upon x square plus 8x. Now my dear students, if I write 20, I will not be able to express the denominator in the form desired. To convert x square plus 8x to a perfect square, to convert x square plus 8x to a perfect square, I need to add, subtract some number. Let us understand that calculation. So here if you see, we have seen this formula already, half into coefficient of x. Coefficient of x here is 8. So we'll have half into 8 the whole square. That's 4 square, which is 16. So my dear students, to convert x square plus 8x to a perfect square, we need to add 16. So can I say 20 can be written as 16 plus 4? Is that okay? So in the next step, can I write 1 upon? Now my dear students, x square plus 8x plus 16, these three terms can I say can be written as x plus 4 the whole square, and obviously 4 can be written as 2 the whole square. And again I need to recall which standard formula is involved. So my dear students, again the standard formula, because there is a plus in between, we can say is tan inverse. So let us apply the formula. So 1 by a, where a is nothing but 2. So 1 by 2 tan inverse of x plus 4 upon 2 plus c. And there is no simplification required, so this is our final answer. Now there are certain sums of the same type which you may try. And what we need to remember here is the method we have applied should be used only if the denominator cannot be factorized by splitting the middle term. If it can be factorized, then we have a better method which is called as method of partial fraction. And what the method actually is, we will see in the later modules. Okay, my dear students. Now, which are the sums you are going to try? You are going to try these sums based on the second example. And that's all we have in this module. Thank you very much.